Hello students, मैकबेथ बाय विलियम शेक्सपियर की शॉर्ट समरी, मेन आइडिया और सीन वाइज आपको मैं बता रही हूँ। और उस सीन वाइज में ही हमने मैकबेथ की कैसल का सीन पढ़ा था। उस मैकबेथ की कैसल के सीन में मैकबेथ विचेस का जो प्रोफेसी है वो शेयर करता है अपनी वाइफ से। एंड बिकॉज लेडी मैकबेथ इज़ ambitious, immediately she plans that what she has to do in future. Now, in continuation to that, we'll read next scenes. I'll give you idea of next scenes. Take your textbook, start reading Macbeth by Shakespeare. Scene 7. It's Macbeth's castle. Shortly after the opening of the scene, we meet Macbeth. He is all alone. कल आपको मैंने कहा था soliloquy. नेक्स्ट जो अपना लास्ट लेक्चर था मैकबेथ पे, उसमें कहा था soliloquy. What is soliloquy? What a person is thinking inside his heart, inside his mind. He or she is speaking it. तो वो चीज़ वो बोल रहा है व्यक्ति, तो वो उसकी soliloquy है। आप सुन पा रहे हैं उसको, आप पढ़ पा रहे हैं, किंतु ड्रामे में ये बताया जाता है कि उसे पता नहीं है। इन ए soliloquy he reviews the situation को रिव्यू कर रहा है, from which it is clear that Macbeth's conscience is worried by the evil deeds which he contemplates. So he tells himself that is in soliloquy. He tells himself that if the mere execution of the deed was the end of matter, then it would be best for it to be done at once. But what deters him in the fact that even in this life retribution follows upon crime. The crime itself reconciles upon the head of the criminal. And who is the criminal? Macbeth. When we commit bloody deeds, they react upon us. And unto those who do wrongful acts are done in gift. If you will do something wrong to anyone, especially innocent person, especially a person who is favoring you, then in the beginning you will not feel the consequences of it, but at last what you have done, that comes back to you. Now this is the end of scene, that he reviews the situation, that what he has to do. Act 2, scene 1. It's Macbeth's castle, where we see Banquo, his son. आप लिखते जाइए. Banquo's son's name is Fleance. Fleance, and a servant bearing a torch. That is, he's called torch bearer. It is round about midnight, and Banquo is walking around the courtyard, for he cannot sleep. Banquo is also disturbed by the prophecies of these witches. That they say that you will not be the king, but you will be the father of king, and they welcome Macbeth by calling him the king in future. So Banquo is also disturbed, and he doesn't want to do something wrong to King Duncan, because King Duncan conferred ranks upon them. Macbeth learns from Banquo that the king, being very much delighted with Macbeth's hospitality, had offered valuable gifts among his servants. Moreover, he has given Banquo a diamond ring for Lady Macbeth, and the king is now, however, asleep. Banquo further tells Macbeth that he has dreamt of 3 witches and he is amazed. Banquo कहता है कि मुझे एक सपना आया और उस सपने में मुझे 3 witches वापस से दिखी. There has been at least some truth in what they told Macbeth, but Macbeth, however, is not prepared to talk further of the prophecy now. He suggests that they will discuss the whole matter at a more convenient time, if it will suit Banquo. Moreover, Macbeth promises to confer great honor on Banquo. Banquo is free to welcome it, provided he has not to compromise his conscience and he doesn't want to do anything wrong to the king. Scene 2. The scene also opens in the court of Macbeth's castle, where we see Lady Macbeth charged with boldness by the same wine which has put Duncan's officers. What they did first, they led the bodyguards of King Duncan to drink that wine, and then they murdered Duncan. And one of the bodyguard, Lady Macbeth, what she did, because she had her hands full of blood. So what she did, that she, because that guard was in the influence of wine, what they did, that they put the blood on his dress, on his hands. Suddenly Macbeth cries from within, "Who is there?" What hope? Lady Macbeth thinks that the deed is not done, even though she had lain all the daggers ready, and would have done it herself had the sleep king not resembled her own father. It's very important that Lady Macbeth was ready to murder King Duncan, but King Duncan's face resembled Lady Macbeth's father, so she could not dare to murder him. But she motivated Macbeth to murder her. But what Macbeth thought? Macbeth starts speaking so loudly. Now appears Macbeth himself and tells that he has done the deed. He has done the deed, and what's the deed? The deed of murdering King Duncan. When Lady Macbeth tells him about the screaming of the owls, Macbeth looks at his own hands and says that this is a sorry sight. Why it is a sorry sight? Because he murdered King Duncan and he had his hands full of blood. But Lady Macbeth reproaches him for thinking so. Macbeth now tells her how the murder was done. Now Macbeth, though disturbed from inside, but he tells his wife. Macbeth murders his wife, however, beseeches him not to act in so weak-hearted way. She encouraged him. Lady Macbeth encouraged Macbeth. She encouraged him that you have done wrong deed, but don't show your face full of weakness. Be strong, be strong. She then takes the daggers and goes to put them into the hands of the sleeping grooms, in order that it might be thought that it was officers who murdered King Duncan. Students, pitiable condition of the heart and mind of Macbeth. He did not want to do, but because Lady Macbeth was ambitious, she encouraged, rather forced, Macbeth to do that bad deed, and that's why he murdered King Duncan. And then what they did, Lady Macbeth took the daggers and put in the hands of the guards so that people may think that they have murdered King Duncan. We'll continue it again, and then I'll give you, after doing the whole acts and scenes, we'll do question answers. Meanwhile, we'll do exercise on the act we have done, Act 1, Scene 5. Okay, thank you, students.